Hello and a very good everyone. So today we will learn on Power BI based on this given data set. So basically we will learn on data extraction, data cleaning via Power Query, data transformation, data modeling, and then we will learn on data visualization, little bit of DAX using DAX and DAX data analytic expression, whereby we can actually show an interactive title and also an interactive presentation. So let's get started. So over here we do have stores, staffs, sales, inventories. So the stores, they have this particular company, they sell pharmaceutical products in these several outlets, several stores, like from Alostar up to Selangor to Sarawak and also Sabah. And then if you look here carefully, in this particular worksheet, we do have all the cashiers, whether they are morning staff, night shift, evening shift, and so on. And then we do have the sales. So based on the barcode, what is being sold, which cashier is selling it, and which cashier was responsible, and the RM. And over here, we do have the inventories. Basically, we do have these details. What is the purchase date, the store ID, the barcode number. So all the inventories that are available in the respective outlets, respective stores. So what I want to do is I want to open my new my Power BI. So in the Power BI, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract the data, import the data, and then do some cleaning, and then eventually I do some data modeling, and then next thing is visualization. So click the blank report. And then after that, what happened is I'm going to click on import data from Excel, and then you will notice that a box will appear. Because why I select import the data from Excel? Because that is the file that I want to extract. So the name of the file is 12 March, and I'm going to press open. And then after that, you will notice a box will appear. So what you need to do is you need to actually select the particular worksheet. I'm going to select all of it, inventories. So you press shift and then you select stores, and then the next thing is you go to transform data. Because transform data, it is actually where I want to go to Power Query and do the data cleaning and data transformation. So now let us start with the first worksheet, which is inventories. So inventories, if you notice over here, this is not a necessary column. I can remove this, and I can also remove the unnecessary rows, and then just like that, use first row as header. This column, and basically this column is basically in a date format. So I press Ctrl, select this, and then I go to transform, format as a date format. Then I go to sales. So sales, basically the same thing. I remove the column, I remove the row. So I go to home, remove the top row also can, remove blank row also can, and then use first row as header, and then just like that. So I format the date into a date time format. Okay, just like that. Staff. So staff also same thing. Remove the first column, remove the first row, and then after that I use first row as header, and then we do have the staffs. And then stores, the same thing. Remove the first column, remove the unnecessary rows, and then use first row as header. So now we have already cleaned the data. The next step what I want to do is I want to actually press close and apply. So when you press close and apply, eventually it will go back to Power BI, and from Power BI, what I want to do is I'll eventually go to the model view, because I want to see if there is a relationship formed between these databases. So I'll click it over here. So apparently we do have a relationship. So I go to the sales, put it over here, and then inventories over here, staff over here, and then I scroll. So this is basically the information. So what I want to do is right now is, okay, if you see here, we do have a relationship, a one-to-one relationship between the barcode and barcode. So when I just say I select this ID, and here we have cashier ID, the name is a bit different, but we can actually manually drag and put it over here. So automatically here you'll see there's a difference, and what you can do is you can just press OK over here. You can just press save. So you'll see there is a one-to-many relationship. You can do the same thing, because over here we do have store ID, over here we do have the code. So the store ID and code, so you just drag and put it over here. So you'll notice the relationship has been formed. So store ID and code, and then you press save. So just like that. So this is the data. Okay, so we have one-to-many relationship, one-to-one relationship, and one-to-many relationship. Next thing what I want to do is I'll just go over here, and then I'll just want to click a matrix, and then I want to know the sales performance monthly. So I'll just choose monthly and also RM. So we can actually get to, I have an understanding that this is the monthly sales performance, and then I can actually go to the stores, and then I can put the region, put it over here. So apparently what you can actually understand is we do have the sales for each location, and we can understand that Central Peninsular Malaysia has the highest sales if just say we were to compare to East Malaysia, North Malaysia and Southern Malaysia. And if you want to increase the size, you can actually go to values, you can put here 13, and then you can actually do the same for column headers 13, and then you can also do the same for row headers also 13. Okay, so this is how you can actually play around, how you can actually change and so on. So this is how we can understand data. So basically we get to know that okay, rupa-rupanya that Central Peninsular Malaysia we have about 250,000, East Malaysia is lesser, Northern Peninsular Malaysia is the second highest, and then we also have Southern Peninsular Malaysia which is about 46k. So you can see this is how we can look at and so on.